Hello, everybody. Welcome along. Guess what? It's been a while. It has been some time, but it is none other than an AEL League match here, and it's going to be Division 5 2, because there's two sets of Division 5, which is fantastic to see a lot of competition being involved tonight. Though, this one is going to be an interesting one, guys. I don't even know any of these players, right? We don't know any of these teams. We don't know the players. We don't get to see what everybody's been doing prior to this, prior to Black Ops 7. But it's Black Ops 7 now. We're into the swing of things. Everybody's kind of getting their set up ready. They kind of get the idea of how to play the competitive side of things in these new maps and new mode as well with Overload, which I can't lie, it is looking like it's going to be the one to be better than Control, because Control was terrible. Let's be honest, we don't really like that one too much. It's going to be really interesting game modes, and Overload is going to have really interesting ends. We've seen it at the CDL, we've seen the FaZe Vegas and the Thieves matchup. That was just so closely contested till the very end, bitter seconds, and before you know it, it's just absolute chaos and carnage on that map. But the two teams, VENM Cobras versus G4 Ravok. It's going to be an interesting one for sure, and we're going to show you the maps and modes that we will be watching for this evening's matchup. To start us off and kicking us in our map number 1, it will be Colossus Hardpoint. As you can see as well, we will end on Colossus Hardpoint if we get there. But between there and then, the first two maps following Colossus will be Raid, Search and Destroy, a very usual map that we're used to seeing throughout the previous Call of Duty titles. So love to see that one in play once again for Search. And then we're going to Overload Exposure. Exposure is going to be an interesting map for sure. We've seen really interesting matches for sure happening on there, one of which was that match we did mention in the CDL, which was of course the Thieves and FaZe matchup. But I'm going to be looking forward to getting into the Colcaster side of things this time round. If we go to map number 4, we will be seeing Hardpoint on Scar. Now, I thank you for the follow, appreciate it as well. Welcome along. But yeah, that's going to be our maps and modes for this matchup this evening. Either one is going to be interesting to see for sure. My first cast solo once again, which we're so used to doing it on so many occasions, right? But we have not done it in so long, right? We're going to have to figure out who's on what side. We're going to have to figure out that everything's working. Codcaster, always being Codcaster. We know what it's like, ladies and gentlemen. We know it can be a bit of a nightmare. Nonetheless, so we'll get away from that. We'll get back to myself for now. But we have a few players already getting ready in this lobby. They want to start sharp because we said 9 o'clock, right? We're thereabouts. We're not far off. It's not so bad. It's not the biggest be all and end all. It doesn't have to be bang on time. We do have the rosters, right? I'll run you through the rosters, right? So, for that VENM esports side, it will be Beans, Neebs, Chipitos, and Prince, which is a nice set of names. And then the other team, which will be K4, is Cinqua, Otzo, Spectre, and Kiz. So yeah, that's going to be the teams that we see in this matchup. We'll figure it out once we get into the script of things and get to figure out who is what. At least we've got somebody in their name using a clan tag, which actually helps quite considerably in the setup of the lobby, which always helps. I love to see that and make sure that people do get themselves involved. Let's get into the chat channel. We'll leave a wee message. Make sure we put their clan tag in name so I know which side is which. So Wacky, thank you for the follow as well. Kawaki, sorry. I don't have my notifications on, so it will not come up as a notification, sadly. But we will probably have to get that sorted because at this point in time, the joys of not adding that element here, which we should have done because we do have one. There we go. We'll add it now, right? We'll add it right there, and we should be able to go bing, bang, bong, replay. There we go. Kawaki, there we go. Kawaki, There we go. Appreciate it. There we go. We'll replay Noah's as well because Noah joined. And Neebs, you're there as well. Neebs is part of the players as well. Let's replay all these tags. There we go. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you're hearing these because I'm hearing them. Don't know if you are hearing it, but I definitely hear it. It is just popping up in that top hand corner of the screen. But we need to add that into all of the scenes. But maybe not do it in the at the end of it. There we go. Matty P. Welcome along. Welcome along. Welcome along. Right. We're all in games. We're all in the lobby. Sorry, guys. I'm speaking to these guys. I've got the game chat open unintentionally. There we go. Push to talk is what we want. We don't want it to be anything else other than that. Liren, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome along to Team G here. Like I said, it's been a while. It has been a while doing this solo. And not just sitting behind the production team and doing what I have to do, right? Which is great. Which is going to be fun because it means I'm pushing all the buttons again and we're getting used to this once again. I'm going to make sure that everybody's in the right teams and the right sides and we know where we're going. Ravok has been clever and they are changing team 1. So I hope that that means that's the team I've got. Oh, there we go. I've got them in there. Yo, go G4. Come on, the Venom boy, says Matty as well. I love to see it. Vedos, I don't know what you are saying. Is that French by any chance? Vedos? Sadly, don't speak any other language other than Scottish. Barely speak English, so good luck trying to convince me what you're saying in chat. But yeah, hopefully that means the codcasters. Joe, cheese cod, appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Guys, I actually miss doing this. I miss hearing you guys all jumping in and hitting that follow button. We've not heard it in some time because I ain't been live for some time. And you know what? It's not about me anyway, right, ladies and gentlemen? We're getting into the action. We're getting into game number 1. And we're going to hope and pray that the codcasters are the right way around. If not, it's just a hope and pray. But at least we'll get to see, because everybody's got to kill themselves off, getting into this match, getting into the setup, and getting into the action here again. Colossus, like we says, is map number 1. And I'm hoping that that is the right way around, because I think we are correct in saying so. So I'm going to say it is that way around, and we get into the action straight off the rip. We'll get on board with Moha to start us off, but inside that hardpoint is Prince already going to get that early blood going to Kawaki. But it is going to be early time going away G4 Ravok, if that is all correct in saying so. I'll just double check that we have got it right. It is, yeah, it is Ravok that is to Shibitos and Co. Just to make sure. Yep, there we are. We're all good. Codcaster is correct. She's got appreciate it. Welcome along. Let's get into the action. Hopefully the volume isn't too loud over the volume of the chat, but we'll get into that straight away and get into what we need to see right here and right now. And we make sure we can try and get all the action as much as possible. P1 about to end though as we start making rotations towards the back, and that's going to be a great kill in the back there for Venom Cobra. They're starting to get set up already. Spawns on their side, and they're going to get the early time here into P2. But still contesting that P1 side. They're on the minimap because you see them there, but Omaha is going to be the one into that new hardpoint early on. I've got a little bit of a deficit, not too much though, and they'll manage to claw that right back right here for now. But see the players rotating around the back. It's going to be Neebs. Is he going to try and get that spot? It seems to be Almoha the other way around. Neebs looks the wrong corner, turns around with the pistol, doesn't get the effort off. Fights are going in and off, back and forward, but the break is in, and it's a kill feed that is looking a bit lackluster there in terms of Ven and Cobra, but they will fall, and eventually it will be Ravok quite early on into that hardpoint. But it's a very contested hardpoint for sure. And you can already see that's a swarm of red over that kill feed, and there you go. They make that break once again. Kawaki on a free streak just now, currently occupying that hardpoint. Look at player number 2, Neebs. So Neebs doesn't win that gunfight, and that's going to be the remainder of that scrap time going the way of Venom Cobra. Now, P3, sorry, we're going into, and then it's player number 5 there, Sinqua. Looks the wrong direction, but does find one down that middle crossing. This is going to be the position you need to try and hold off, and he finds a second. That is fantastic. Looks for the raid through the wall as well. Looks for it hard. Finds the third, and Moha makes it 4 dead. And G4 Ravok will have to come back from that respawn there. Venom Cobra getting multiple kills across the feed and knowing exactly where these spawns are now here as Moha looks to cook that nade, but does get tagged up himself. kills, another rotation on the back. Spectra all looking on point there, and that was the 5 spree just about ended, but VENM Cobra taking a 30-point lead here, and fantastically looking like one of the better sides so far in this early hardpoint stage. It's still this first set of rotations though, so still a lot to play for here if you're G4 Ravok, so you wouldn't be too worried really. But the rest of the scrap time going the way of VENM Cobra. We will be setting up early, but Chapitos needs that early kill in the break towards the new hardpoint. Finds one, he looks for Spectra, but Spectra is winning that gunfight. Even with the AR at that range, still manages to win that one out. But there's like ships in the wind, they cross by. Player number 3, that's going to be Beans, looking for the opportunity to pick off that player inside that hardpoint. But unfortunately, VENM Cobra get past that 100-point mark, and that's it. So we switching around then. We switched around. There we go. We'll do that. There you go. That's the way we're going. It is the G4 Ravok then that are in the lead as things stands in. Sorry, my apologies. The Gaster. Yo, Epi, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Wacky. Remember, this has been a while. This has been a long time in the asking here. I've not done this in some time, doing it all myself. So we'll get back on the swing of things. But as you say, this is going to be G4 Ravok looking for the opportunities now to keep that lead theirs, and they're looking great. Omaha, but Prince and Chapitos will answer one back each, and they'll try to look for that new hardpoint setup. Chapitos, and again, 2 in a row. 14 and 13. Neebs needs to pick it up, so does Prince. I'm currently on a 3 and 11, not the best, but Neebs does find one more there, makes it a 6 to 10. They can start to heat up a little bit better. This could start swinging things in their way if you're VENM Cobra. So far, not looking that way. Prince can't win that gunfight. It's all down to Neebs. It's not going to be able to win that. Moha finds Beans inside a hardpoint, and VENM Cobra are looking at a very difficult task here currently. Almost 100 points difference now, and that is 3 dead in the feed. G4 Ravok absolutely running this things, and that is it. That's good now. Yeah, no worries, Liren. We'll appreciate it. It's the Codcaster in game's wrong, then it's just switching that around at the same time and getting things right. But hey, that's the joy. Sinclair finds once again another massive 2 kills. Breaks it in, and it is going to be them in control once again. G4 Ravok looking like the stronger side currently, but the break comes in. All of a sudden, Kawaki, though, he has to answer back with 2 of his own. Finds a third, there we go. A killing spree of 5. He's looking on form. Into P2 we go as well, and they still have that 100-point lead currently standing here for G4 Ravok. Only one player on the back. Spectre finds 2. Staying in control of that hard point, but that's all of them dead once again. Now they're going to be spawning mid-map, and Kawaki knows right exactly where they're going to be. Makes it 6, tries to add a 7, can't do so, unfortunately, but you know what? They still have control of this hard point, and that is the main thing. It's been a while. It's been a while of them getting into this hard point. If you're VENM Cobra, they need to do it. They're all full sending it now. Every single one looking for an opportunity to break it in. But guess what? It is going to be Ravok once again running free here in that kill feed, and they're making this pretty convincingly finishing off here as we head over to that new hardpoint. Still 11 seconds of scrap time going their way. That will take them past that 200-point mark with 50 more points to take it. Can do on this next hardpoint here. It's only a second set of rotations. But let's see what they've got up their sleeve here. Kawaki has been absolutely standout performance so far. 25 and 13, looking absolutely on form. Let's only get map number 1. Let's see what this boy can bring. Break comes in once again. Early time going their way. Finally finished my building myself on the new gap. Nice one, AP. Nice one. Am I on a new mic? I mean, it's the Shure S MV7, I think. But I've got the Go XLR this time set up with it now instead of the old one. But yeah, I don't know if it's better. I don't know what the quality is like just now. Hopefully it's good. And I hope that's why you're saying so. But there we go. Fantastic effort once again. Spectre still holding into this here. Contest is in, but not going to be able to win it on this hard point. They're going to have to go to next at least. But the way that kills are going, you're still finding Neebs and Prince struggling to find double figures. Fight in the back here could be crucial here. Chapitos looking for that pistol kill. He's going to get Prince's help though, and that's going to be at least one. But one player, Spectre, finds one on to Prince. It's going to be a trade back and forward. Looking for the opportunity coming around. Chapitos is crawling his way around, looking for the opportunity. Hits the shots that he needs, finds the headshots on Sukito, but Spectre in the back, finds a 5 spree, but eventually shut down. VENM Cobra in control of this hardpoint, or maybe you're going to get past this 100-point mark. Looking like they can slay things out here. Opportunities arising. Opportunities still here. Almoha around that corner. Chapito scores. Finds the kill. Looking to go even here. Pulls the pistol out to try and finish it off. Does do so. Holds on to this hard point. 30 more seconds remaining. And it looks like G4 Ravok won't be able to win it on this hard point. They're going to have to go to next once again. But middle of the map is Beans. It's starting to heat up. Is Prince and Neeb's going to start to get to the stage where this starts making things a little bit easier? They've had their warm up. Nah, this is it now. Every single bit needs to be absolutely perfect here. Going back in to P1, our third set of rotations is underway. Spectra in control, finds one. Nice little shot there just to take the final bit of health off of that player, making their way in. But guess what? They only need 20 more seconds. Make that 14 more seconds. The time is ticking. It's going to be all or nothing here. If you are Venom Cobra looking for an opportunity to make their way into the hard point, can they do so? Can they make the opportunity count? It's not looking good for them. 10 more seconds to hold off. Still don't have the opportunity here if you're G4 Ravok, but that is Neebs once again managing to get into the finally into double figures. They're finding the opportunities. Beans makes 27 and 21. He's on a 2-spree, pulls a pistol out as well, and look at that. Once again, all of them dead in the feed. Looking good. Perfect hardpoint needed. Perfect hardpoint managing to be executed here. Only 11 seconds needed here if you're G4 Ravok and you just managed to make your way in. Find the kills that they need. One more player needs to make that fight. It's going to be Prince. Prince all or nothing. It's not going to work. Is it 3 more seconds? Beans, he's holding off. He needs to get in there. There's only 1 second. He needs to win the gunfight. He does, but not for long. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the round. Wow, that was something else. I can't lie. I was not expecting it to go as mad as that in the end. G4 Ravok taking control of the map. A very good matchup there. Kawaki 34 and 20, absolute MVP performance. Tad a bit too close to your face, but it does sound clean. Okay, maybe I can move it back a bit then. I don't know. I can't hear myself back. That's the joys. So I guess we can sort that out. But there we go. Scores on the doors, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, 29 and 23. 15 untraded here for Beans. Pretty good performance, but on the losing side, unfortunately. But there we go. Scores on the doors are there. Is that better, EP? Let me know. I've maybe got the gain up a little bit too high, but that is possible. I do that quite a bit, you know, without intentionally meaning to be. But scores are there. 250 to 145 here. Ravok taking map number 1. Very, very good performance from them. I'm assuming they're keeping the same signs. Yes, they are. So I'm going to try and switch this around at the right time. If they let me get this done. Hopefully they can sort it out. So we're going into map number 2. We're going into raid, search and destroy, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 1-0 Ravok. A good performance from them. They're looking to try and continue that here in a search and destroy. Make sure that everything is right before we get into the action. But a good map 1. A good map 1, definitely. See, we swap on sides. We're going to make sure. We says that right, there we go. Let's get back into the action. It's search and destroy. It is. We're in the action. There we go. First blood. Chapitos. Opportunity arises. Is this the right way around this time around? Who did we say Venom is Beans? So it's still the wrong way around. So yeah, that's fine. Venom is Beans and Co. Yeah, it keeps changing. It is so annoying. Like, I don't know why Codcaster is so bugged, but there we go. Remember, round 1's always a bit dodgy here in terms of the scores. You can see 2 kills been found already. Cinqua finds another. It's going to be them finding it and making things even on this minimap for the rotation around. Torpedoes up. Bomb carrier is going to be Cinqua here for the G4 Ravok side. And we're going to find opportunities somewhere for them to make that plant as they do head towards that B bomb site. Getting it down here, over towards our bar. And now the setup is done. You're going to be obviously sitting up here in the top with a sniper at hand here as well if you're Kawaki. He's got somebody's sniper, whoever it was, they've got it, that's all that matters. Wrap around the back though, it's going to be Beans. Looking for the opportunity. Who's going to come on top? Kawaki's got the opportunity, has the idea. There we go. Opportunities to try and close this out, but he's going to go through the window. That's a very nice sneaky spot there. I liking this from Kawaki, but he's going to win the gunfight on. Oh, one. He tries to pull the sniper out, but now Sinqua is just sitting, waiting patiently, swimming under the water, looking for the opportunity now to peek up. Chapitos doesn't know where he is. He's going to lose the time on him, and there we go. The round is done. We'll say it's VENM Cobra, but your legend himself. Yo, G-Mexi, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Yo, the Hood MVP, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Welcome to the team. We don't have the notifications on the screen. I don't have, yeah, I don't have that there, but we can add that element. We can add the element indeed. There we go. We will add that, so if you do hit that follow button. Let's see where we go here then. VENM Cobras currently 1-0 down here. G4 Ravok trying to keep the form going. Chapito's in the opportunity though. That's a spot, and it's a Kawaki, the one that was on that killing spree here for a second. Voila! How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Here we go. Opportunity, opportunity now. You've got the ball, you've got the first player down, you find a second here as well if you're Shibitos. There you go, fantastically opens up that A bomb site. Two players still sitting back there nicely though. Spectra looking for the sneaky angle here. Can he find it? Yo, Joe Bill just raided with 60 viewers. Joe, you absolute goat. How are we doing, buddy? Good time and long time no see. How are we feeling? Doing well, brother. How's you been? I've been good, mate. I've been good. Just been working away and finding very little time with the little one and the wife and not being well. But there's Baines finding the third kill over towards that G4 Ravok side. And now Cobras look down and out. They are. And it's going to be a round to even things up here. Are you allowed snipers and SMG and AR? No, I think he picked up Matty. I think Kawaki picked up the sniper after one of the players he killed in round 1. So therefore he picked it up and had the AR as his other weapon. So I think that's what happened. I can't tell you because I wasn't on board with them, so maybe not, you know. It is one of those things. I just don't know exactly. But yeah. That's what I assume, and that's all I can go with. I don't know if there's anybody here that has a sniper in hand. Kawaki? See if he's got a sniper. No, he's got the M15. Nobody rocking a sniper in this round, that's for sure, at least for that G4 Ravok side. I'll put this next to me a little bit here as we're looking for opportunities. They've pushed up quite far here through the bar and through that B side bomb, but gonna get a great raid through the window. Kawaki finds a first, snaps onto third, but there's 3 dead instantaneously. It's all down to Beans. Can he win his one? He does. Finds El Moha. Now looking to try and do it again. Finds a second. Beans! All or nothing. Needs the ace, but it's a 1 versus 2 scenario now. Beans has already found a free streak as things stand, but needs to find the final 2 members to win the round. Might be a good read, it might be a good time, and he needs to check the angles, but look at the angles in which he goes. Joys of having our codcaster. We can see what's going on. Kawaki, he's not going to get the timing, doesn't see it. Player number 1 though, he's going to watch the bomb, he's going to get the pick, and he's going to find the kill. That's it done. And G4 Ravok take the lead 2 rounds to 1. Pretty solid rounds, but Beans was looking great there for the VENM Cobra side. He found 2, making it a 1v2 scenario, making things really interesting for sure. Joe, I hope you had a good one. Codcaster is so broken, mate. Hall was good as well, mate. How are you getting on? How's the golfing treating you as well, buddy? I've been watching some of the the feeds and the reels and stuff on your is it your TikTok that you're posting it on? I think it was. Yeah, it's been interesting and funny to watch. I've been enjoying it. So on board here, we'll get to Chupitos. They're all 4-man sending it down towards that B bomb site, but it's going to be Kawaki. They get spotted first off, but he finds that first blood somehow, some way. The man just turns on a swivel, finds the opportunity to make things interesting. Means though they're all backing off, they're rerouting their way, and Sinqua, he is thinking, you know what? Sinkostan finds an opportunity but can't find the kill. Chapitos evens things up, but Elmoha's there for the trade. Kawaki now he's going to have to try and support his team as Beans does find Elmoha. Beans doesn't find anybody else other than the end of Kawaki. Spectre now in a 1v2. Beans and Neebs. Prince yet to get off the mark so far. Still sitting on that donut. But you know what? You've got Chapitos and Beans performing like this. They're going to get that bomb down over towards the B bomb site. And G4 Ravok are on the other side of the map. I'm going to make that rotation round. Where do we set up? Inside building, obviously. Inside bedroom. So it's always where you go from here, right? You're watching it, you know where you're looking, and you're just going to have sight lines automatically. But both team players are looking the exact same direction, strangely enough. Spectre knows where to look, though. He's fighting spots. Beans, he's just not got any trigger discipline. No, and he doesn't decide to hold off on that. Now he's giving away his position and knows he needs to win this gunfight. Beans is just going to keep throwing that shoulder and not care, but Neebs from up top doesn't get the kill, but does get him weak. Has to back down for a second. Not going to be enough time on this. That's a great nade. Spot tags. Doesn't get the tags to get the HP. Neebs is going to get the opportunity, but Neebs has found Spectre finding the kill. But that's a round over. 8 downs means nothing. Looking for the opportunity to try and win that one there, but no, not going to happen. 2-2. It stands. Back and forward we go. Love to see it. We go, right. Oh, even Stevens across the board. We'd love to see it, and love to see a really nice, interesting search to destroy. But Beans first blood once again, and he pulls that sniper out. That is a great first pick on towards Kawaki, one of the players you need to pay attention to, and he finds him straight away off the rip. He's got to watch it as well. Chapitos, his teammate, does find Elmoha, makes it a 4 versus 2. And Beans knows, you know what? Nobody's going to challenge me here now, surely. Number 5 is going to be wrapped around from behind, though. It's Spectre. Sinkwa does find one onto Neebs. And it's going to be Chapitos answered next with Spectre. Now it's a 2v2. All of a sudden it's even in this round. Opportunity still for this G4 Ravok side to take the lead once again. And they're attacking her, but they're going to full wrap it around. And still yet to get off of that donut. Will need to help his teammate out here of Beans, who's been 7-2. Absolutely fantastic so far out of 4 rounds of Search and Destroy. Not much to be said other than, wow. Do all the good work. There you go. Prince does get off the donut. We just missed the kill. But now with the bomb's down, reset himself. Down the middle map we go. Beans finds the kill with a sniper. We just miss it. That is just ever so typical. He's on a 4 streak. He's going to get the defusal. You know what? Beans. It looks like he's going to carry this side through here in VENM Cobras. Just the way that he's playing. See if we see that final kill here in the kill cam. See what he does with his sniper in the end. How quick was the scope? Alright, we're getting no replays. Maybe we're done. We're not getting no replays. Are we? No, we're not. We're definitely not. No replays, ladies and gentlemen, no replays. Don't get to see the beautiful snipe that Beans had. But you know what? We might get to see it. We're on board with him now. Let's see. Doesn't look like he is carrying that sniper. Still alive, so he might still have the opportunity to do it. But he decides against it this time round. Straight off goes Chapitos. Beans once again finds that first blood though. Straight through the middle on towards Spectre. Now, player number 4. Of Elmoha looks around, but it's Neebs. He answers to the gun of the M15 straight to the face and straight to the dome. But Kawaki's got a sniper of his own. He finds one, looking for a second, and guess what? He's on the bomb. Chapitos putting it down, and the opportunity now for another. Oh, he just misses the snipe as well. That would have tied things up in numbers. But now it is going to be that VENM Cobra side with the advantage, and Chapitos, what's where he is? I feel like he's playing with his foot here. He's just toying with him here as it stands. He's still looking for the scopes. Goes through the wall bang. Looks for Prince. Can't find it. Player number 1 though. Sinkwa. Looking for the defusal. We're going to be spotted, and all of a sudden that will be the round. Surely here in the bag. Can't lose a 3 versus 1 here. Kawaki not deciding to challenge it. He's sitting back in spawn. Nobody's going to challenge him. Chapitos is just making sure that this bomb is done. In the VENM Cobra side. We'll take a 2-round lead in Search and Destroy here. Fantastic start from them. They're starting to build things here as well. Try and get themselves back in this series, who they are currently 1-0 down after a very slow start in hard point, but Desert to Troy might be their bread and butter. I think we just got to do it, right? He got it. He's got it out again. Here comes the recon site once again. Beans currently on a 5 streak, 9-2 in the round here. Only 6 runs down, 9 kills. That is phenomenal, and he's got the scope out. Let's see what he can do. All 3 players. He's going to look. He's going to get the COD time, and he just misses the pixels that might have been needed there for that quick shot. And you know what? He backs down. And he thinks, you know what? There's an opportunity that somebody is pushing me quickly here. Rightly so. Here is G4 Ravok. Get some control over that statue side, over towards the A-bomb site. Oh, he gets a tag, but it's going to be not the death that he needs. Not the kill that he was hoping for. Player number 4, though. Crossing, potentially here. Elmoha might have heard Capito's crossing in the back. Looks for the opportunities. Maybe not. Can't hear him. Timing's going to be key here. Who looks what way? Going to be crossing each other. And then it's going to be Capito's that wins that gunfight. Opens up their first blood. Challenge coming in though from Sinquez. He's looking for the opportunity to make it, but it's going to be Spectre who crossfires. And then you're going to see Kawaki on that kill feed. Finding a second 2 versus 3 here for the Venom Cobra side. Chance for G4 Ravok to try and bring 1 round back, and it looks like that's going to be the case. It's all down to Beans now here as Neebs gets found out by Kawaki. A stab here from Beans. Now with the scope. Doesn't have it. The flinch too much. The kill going away of the G4 Ravok side as they look to bring themselves back. But guys, welcome along anyway. Everybody that joined from Joe Bill's raid. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you had a fantastic time over at Joe's stream. I'm assuming, were you streaming some COD as well, Joe Bill, and were you doing some casting? My man, doing some lovely casting as always. Or were you just having a bit of fun yourself, you know, just having a little bit of fun? Prince has only got 1 kill so far, but so is El Moha on the other side. But you know what? Beans has been looking phenomenal. He decides to go back. Like player number 1, Sinquet, going for a swim once again. Been seeing him doing this multiple times, but this could be the sneaky play to get up underneath the building that he needs. And guess what? He's going to get advantage, full advantage of it. Guess what? He'll kill anyway. I find Neebs as well. Sinqua finds 2, finds a 3rd, and he wins a round. What have we just seen? It's evened up. G4 Ravok's like, you know what? I could do this all myself, ladies and gentlemen. This is all on me. I'm not even going to try and kill him from distance. I'm going to make sure I just snap his neck, kill the next one. Beans is inside, and there we go. Using a score streak. Guess what? Disadvantage. That is very unfortunate. I can't lie. People Ravok have just tied things up here and made things very much even more interesting. The 5 streak as well here for Kawaki. Spectre and Sinqua looking like they're being good so far as well. But that 3 kills from Sinqua was phenomenal. That's definitely be a highlight reel for him for sure. And hopefully we got most of that on the stream as well for you all. Sinqua pushing up now here. Even though he's on a 3 streak, he doesn't care. Kawaki is on a 5 streak, he doesn't care. They're looking to get aggressive here, but inside the water we go. Neebs finds the first blood. Sinqua unfortunately loses his streak, but Kawaki still has his going. And he's got the scope out as well. Very brave position to be in. 1 man down. Yet to spot. Oh well, he does spot 1, and that's Chapito's sniped. Next one, sniped. Neebs finds 2. Oh my good god, El Moha finds Beans, and all of a sudden you went from what looked like an all but done opportunity. Prince, he's going to have to be the one to try and turn things around as he finds Kawaki, finds his 2nd kill, but he needs to find another 2 more here as the bomb goes down towards B. Prince, what's the timing going to be like? Doesn't spot the players, doesn't spot the angle either, and they manage to get out surely. Both of them lining up for him. Prince, just spray and pray, hope for the best. Inside the water he goes, he finds 1, no, he gets the tags, it runs out. He's going to be in a difficult position here, and he does get found out. Wow. Unlucky Prince, but guess what? G4 Ravok have took it to that point. Chance to win. When it looked like they were 2-0 down, they've come back into the things and made this even more feisty. Unfortunately, if you're the Cobra side, you will not be happy the way things have gone. Let's see where we're going. Beans currently 10-5, definitely got the team on his back for now. Along with Kawaki on the other side, but Sinqua's been looking phenomenal too. We can't write them off either way. Neebs looking for the first kill. He's got the bomb. Bane's got the first kill. Pitos falls to the explosion of the car though, and Bane's looking for another opportunity with that scope in hand. Looks at the angle. He's found it, but it's a wall bang. It's unfortunate. He doesn't get the kill. Still close so far. Banes will fall. Sinqua finding that one, and with the opportunity now in their hands. 1, 2 versus 3 here. VENM Cobra need to find the next kill here. They need to find an opportunity. They decide, do they wrap around fully towards B? Are they going to be spotted in the cross? Is Spectre going to catch them out? You know what? Sinqua might well be in the right position. This is a very shaky point, and there you go. Prince goes down. Now your Neebs, you're spotted. They know where you are. They full send. Neebs going to chase it. Neebs finds Sinqua though. Makes it a little bit more interesting here. 1 versus 2. He needs to win the round. Spots a player inside Laundry. Decides, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to look for him. He does do so. Finds him. Gets it. 16 seconds on the clock. He needs to get to this bomb site, and unfortunately, you know what? With the time on the hands, you need to win the gunfight, and he can't do so. Oh, VENM Cobra, unfortunately, will fall 2 rounds to the deep. Ravok, once again, map number 2, going their way. 6-4 fashion. But yeah, look at that. That is unfortunate. VENM Cobra, so close but so far away. It's worked out well in the end. Let's switch over to that scores on the doors here. You can see 2-0 up in the series. Go Ravok. They are looking good. G4 on track to take the win, but we're going to a new map and a new mode. It is Exposure, it is Overload, and it is game number 3. A very much must-win opportunity here. I'm going to keep it that way because no matter what codcaster is so bug, but GG, G4. Say, I'll appreciate it. Well played. Well played indeed. We're going to add that element here as well. Keep making sure we add the follow button. You know, we got to add the follow in most of these modes, right? This is the joys of having it. So we guys can shout you out when it happens, right? Game number 3. Opportunities coming. So I'm saying beans, right? Turns out it's bounce. You have to say it like bounce. I mean, interesting way of saying bounce, but we'll take it. It is bounce, not beans. You see it on the screen. So, chat, what do we think? Does G4 Ravok have it in the bag? Or does VENM Cobra got a little bit of a bite back here, opportunity here going into our Exposure Overload? All or nothing here for VENM Cobra. They need to find this win. And they need to do it now. Overload has to be the turning point. It has to be the starting point before we go into the next hard point if we get there. And it will be Scar next up if we get there. But Ravok will be hoping that they don't have to go to a map at number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick us off into Exposure, into map number 3. All or nothing for the sides. Let's jump in, let's get into the action, and let's see what these players have to offer. Should be on screen now. There we go. Almoha gets that first blood. Still looking for map control here in the middle of the map. This is the interesting thing here. Refugee for Ravok, if you go start off by a good start, 3 kills going your way, you get full control of that overload device. Making your way around the spawn. Almoha finds the kills in the back spawn here. An opportunity to go straight towards that A site. It's going to be an overload done already. Instantly looking interesting, or uninterested if you are the opposition. Sinquiddo needed to win that gunfight there, but Chupitos gets one. Abe's finds it, and it's going to be Kawaki. He picks up the overload device. Not caring, he's going to have to take a pistol to that gunfight. But you know what? Bounce manages to answer back, but getting full control with this one right down the side lane towards tank. It's going to be a couple of kills going the way of VENM Cobras. They need to find a few more as they take it back around mid-map. Kawaki shut down now. Player number 6 needs to win this gunfight here in the back building. They're looking towards that A site as well. Does find a kill. Neebs start things off, hopefully opening things up for the side, but Sinkwe finds one. Guess what? What a nice wee shaky spot to be in. Looking for the opportunities. Have to go mid-map once again. Rotate fully around with that device in hand. EMP, where are you going? Chapitos found out. Player number 1 of Sinkwe finds the kill. It's been Kawaki finding one as well. Spectre. Now they're going around. Oh, Sinkwe, this is it. Opens up the B bombs, the B side completely. But guess what? We know the spawns are going to be coming in quick and sharp here for the VENM Cobra side. Chapitos looking for an opportunity. Does find Spectre. Device wrapped on mid-map. Sinkwe finds the kill. He's doing great with that pistol in hand. I mean, Jaeger 45, doesn't matter if you've got that or an M18. Prince knows where he is though. That's the joys of carrying the EMP device. Just waiting around for his teammate for that support. Bounces up over the top. Chapitos finds the carrier. 4 though was looking for an opportunity here. Player number 2, Prince, has found out as well. Kawaki, it's traded back and forward. Player number 4 though, Velmoha, he has found a couple of good kills. He's in a streak, a little bit of one, but kills wise, definitely more in favour of G4 Ravok, but not much really separating the sides other than that one overload. But guess what? Where the overload is dropped, it is very, very close. And if you're VENM Cobra, you don't want to be losing the gunfights here. And there you go. There's too many gunfights going the other way. Gets the EMP device surely just at the very end, but that's going to be too far too soon. Moha finds one. Oh, if he found a second, that would have been clutch as well, but unfortunately not going to be the case. Now you've got a couple of players following your way here if you're VENM Cobra, going through mid-map. Spots one. Looks for the kills. Needs the kills here. Player number 6 though. He's wrapping around mid. Finds one. Looking for Sinkwe. Bounce looking for one as well. He finds Spectre as well. Looking for opportunities. Hopefully head towards that B site now. Mid-map. But player number 2. Kawaki. Finds one. Finds 2. Looking for a third. Can't do so. But he did everything in his means to stop that bomb carrier being carried further up. Chapitos on a 5 spray though. He's on the bomb carrier now as well. They're looking towards that A site. Player number 2 though, looking to stop him. It's Kawaki. It's going to be Kawaki. Is Kawaki going to win it? He doesn't win it, but his teammate definitely helps him to make sure that gunfight goes away. It's a bit shaky in the end, but still, VENM Cobra finding it very difficult to overload that device. With Chapitos crossing back and forward, they've seemed to have wrapped mid-map so many opportunities, but never having the kills that they need to open it up. Now, that's the chance. There's the overload. There's done. Chapitos detonates it. 7 kill in a row. Gets the Hellstorm missile earned as well. An opportunity. 50 seconds left in the round. Still have an opportunity to reroute this, but it's going to be player number 4 that shuts him down. El Moha finds Prince. Over on his bottom side of the map. And what side you class this is. And number 5 though. He's got an opportunity. If Chapitos picks this up, he goes straight to 1. 7 wins that gunfight here. That is overload device number 2. Chapitos stops short. Needs to win the gunfight. Doesn't do so. Kawaki finds the 2. That's going to stop the carrier getting that done. 70 more seconds left. Somebody picks that up. Now we get into overtime. Kawaki holding off for a second. Surely looks to try and pick that up at least. It gets reset mid-map though. Here you go. Opportunities now. Need to get it. 5 more seconds done. Player number 3. Spectre picks it up. Goes into overtime here. 29 seconds in the first half. That's all we get. 30 seconds to see if they can do something with the device. Can they go into this in the lead? Or do we have an even Stevens going into second half of this map? It's even Stevens going into the second half of the map. EMP carrier is downed and done. Half time 1-1. A very close affair, can't be lying. It was a lot of crossing back and forward through mid-map, but nobody really getting full control of the map to give themselves the opportunities. 1 apiece though. Makes things definitely more interesting. It's not one-sided for G4 Ravok, so there's still opportunities here for VENM Cobra. Take this to map number 4, which is what they'll be looking to do. One thing I need to do though is copy and paste full screen image of my that goes towards bounce. Spectre finds the answer back. Spectre looking for another, can't do so, but at least tries to get an opportunity for his team to push up. Number 1 going through that tank side, trying to get some control over the right side of the map. Finds the kill needed as well here, but nobody's at the device. Finds a second here of your Cinco, and now he's looking to go through mid-map, unfortunately met by 2. Neebs will finish the kill. He's looking for another as well. He finds his 4th in a row. They're looking to try and get some control of the map. Spectre through the window though, and he will find Neebs, stops that streak. Remember, there's still a health star to play for here. And they're going to use it at some point, I'm sure. Going through that right hand side tank side again, but it's going to be a device picked up here. Nope, not going to happen. Player number 5, Chipito, is now looking for an opportunity. He tries to take the shot there. One tag over the top. Going to open up that B site though. Needs the first kill, but you know what? It doesn't matter. He's hidden behind. Can he win the kill? He does, and Chipito gets a detonation. It is done. VENM Cobras take the lead once again. Looking to try and seal a map number 4 here, opportunity. A chance to run this straight back as well here. Gets the device set and there's nobody home at B. Neebs doesn't know about it. He finds the kill in the back though. Guess what? He's player number 8. Needs the kills and he doesn't know. He's not getting enough information shared. He would need to know that 8 is finding it. Prince is keeping things interesting in the back. He could have run this ages ago. Now the opportunity is going to come. Bounce looking for a second. Back to back detonations here. VENM Cobras take a lead by 2. That almost seems impossible to submit back, but you just never know. Need a good few kills though. If you're the G4 Ravok side now, you're looking for an instant answer back. Cinqua doesn't need the support because he's going to get there himself. That's a detonation back on the other side. And now G4 Ravok take it to 2. Only 1 detonation separating these 2 sides. And back to mid-map we go. Neebs finds 1. It's Kawaki. There's trades back and forward. They decide to pick up the device. He's looking for a second. Spectre challenges in and Spectre fends the kill. Back into a reset mid-map. Nice nade there, free from Prince here. Finds a second, but he's traded back from Spectre. Chipito's coming from mid-map again. The hardest place to take it from, surely, is this side. In the middle of the map. Very open and very much quick to get there, but pretty dead in the feed. It's going to open things up a little bit here. If you're G4 Ravok and you look to try and push your way forward. Fortunately, straight to death is not the way you want to go down here as Kawaki rotates back over towards that B side. Bounce doesn't read the first player going past, and that's what's going to cost him. Kawaki knows where Prince is, and he finds Prince. Kawaki looking to try and make this nice. He finds a third, all of a sudden, an opportunity to get further up that map. He does do so, but unfortunately doesn't find the kill. Guess what? They're wrapping around the other side though. And Spectre, they look to fake over towards B. They drop it towards A. All of a sudden, we have a tide overload on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And an interesting 1 minute left. Could go either way. Kawaki finding a kill here for G4 Ravok to make things nice and interesting. Device is down, but they're not looking to pick that up yet. Unfortunately, trades go back and forward, and the middle map superiority definitely going in favour of VENM Cobra for now. If they can win that gunfight, fortunately not. Player number 5 though, he backs off, and guess what? He's just backed off, and he's given his team no time to react to this, and this is going to be a wrap now towards B once again. Cinqua with a bomb in hand, his teammate will fall behind him. He's going to look for the challenge with a pistol, but unfortunately that's 3 dead in the feed. But Prince does take out his teammate of Neebs. Not what you want when you're trying to push forward. We're into the final 28 seconds. This is going to overtime unless we see a couple of good kills gone the way. There's the streaks being invested. Speedos finds his kill on his teammate though, unfortunately. That's going to be interesting. 16 seconds remaining. Remember, after this it goes to overtime, search and destroy pretty much. 4 lives versus 4. Bounce. They've got control of the device. They know where it is. Only issue you've got is the players spawning behind you, and if you're Bounce, you're trying to get a nice position to get the map cleared, but fortunately does not do so. 4 versus 2. G4 Ravok have the opportunity. Kawaki answered back. 1. Player number 5 though, Chapitos, could be closing things off here. He makes things interesting. 2 versus 2. 1 versus 1. It's done. Oh my god. It went to the kills, and it went the way of G4 Ravok. Don't worry about Codcaster, ladies and gentlemen. That is all completely wrong. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? G4 Ravok are your winners of the series in pretty convincing fashion in terms of the scoreline overall. 3-0 win going their way in the maps. But let's be honest, it was not an easy one for sure. It was not easy completely, especially in the end. 4-3 overload overtime, 1 versus 1 scenario. Fantastic from the G4 Ravok side. Kawaki looking phenomenal throughout the series. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be it done. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be it done. Game, set, match. We're just finalizing something. Supposedly something happened in the S&D with the settings going to overtime, so we'll double check, make sure it is correct in doing so. In the meantime, I decided to jump on board with myself because you know what, that might not be the right correct score. We might be doing something. Let's go G4, says good. Yo, it was a good performance from them, I can't lie. They definitely turned up. Kawaki looking on form, Ravok side looking really good. Spectra and Cinqua finding great kills when they need it. Cinqua's 3-piece though in the search and destroy is definitely something to be clipped. That needs to be replayed over and over again. He gets a kidnap. He decides, I'll snap his neck, I'll find the next kill, and guess what? There's a player inside the streak, inside bedroom, I'll find him too. You know what? It's easy done, I'll do it. It's sorted out. Who cares? Nonetheless, we done it. We've got the round, but we're just double checking and clarifying with the staff to make sure that it stands or not, because we know that you do get opportunities and there's an issue with the whole overload. But yeah, I don't make the rules, right? I'm just here to cast it. I'm just here to give you guys a show to watch here, and I hope you've enjoyed the show so far, because this has been, like I said, the first time in some time that we have been casting on my stream and casting some of the amateur league side of things. It's only Division 5 here, but you know what? I'd watch this day in, day out, man. The great performances from individuals and looking like, you know what? At the end of the day, it is fast, it is good, it is Call of Duty, and it's what we want to see, right? It's what I want to see. It's what I want to chat over. It's what I want to get good at doing. Whether I'm good at it, I don't know. But we'll see. But definitely enjoy the fun and the hype behind the whole thing, and trying to make sure the footage goes all nicely. I wonder, I didn't set up a stream deck button for this one yet, but I need to. I'll do that. That right now while we wait. Scene. Add another scene, and this is going to be the replays, or the highlights, because you know we'd love to show you some highlights when we get the opportunity, right? Need to find a nice emblem for it. Right, see if this works first of all. Right, I'm going to go to the highlights. Fingers crossed it does show some of the highlights from that game. Maybe you go, they make that break once. You go, they make that break once again. Kawaki on a free streak just now, currently occupying that hard point. Look at player number 2, Nibso. He doesn't win that gunfight. That's going to be the remainder of that scrap time. Going the way of VENM Cobra. Time going the way of VENM Cobra. Now, P3, sorry, we're going into, and then it's player number 5 there, Cinqua. Goes and looks the wrong direction, but does find one down that middle crossing. This is going to be the position you need to try and hold off, and he finds a second. That is fantastic. Looks for a raid through the finds the far down. Mohammed
just highlights, ladies and gents, just so you know.
Ravok will have to come back from that respawn there. Venom Cobra getting multiple kills across the feed and knowing exactly where these spawns are now here as El Moha looks to cook that nade, but does get tagged up himself. Kills and rotation around the back. Inqua, Spectra, oh look, switching that around at the same time and getting things right. But hey, that's the joy. Inqua finds once again another massive 2 kills. Breaks it in, and it is going to be them in control once again. G4 Ravok looking like the stronger side currently, but the break comes in as well, and they still have that 100-point lead currently standing here for G4 Ravok. Only one player on the back. Spectre finds 2. Staying in control of that hard point, but that's all of them dead once again. Now they're going to be spawning mid-map, and Kawaki knows right exactly where they're going to be. Makes it 6, tries to add a 7. A little bit here as we're looking for opportunities. They've pushed up quite far here through the bar and through that B-side bomb, but going to get a great raid through the window. Kawaki finds a first, snaps onto third, but there's 3 dead instantaneously. It's all down to Beans. Can he win his one? He does. Finds El Moha. Now looking to try and do it again. Finds a second. Beans! Might be a good read, it might be a good time, and he needs to check the angles, but look at the angles in which he goes. Joys of having our codcaster. We could see what's going on. Kawaki, he's not going to get the timing, doesn't see it. Player number 1 though, he's going to watch the bomb, he's going to get the pick, and he the reels and stuff on your is it your TikTok that you're posting it on? I think it was. Yeah, it's been interesting and funny to watch. I've been enjoying it. So on board here, we'll get to Chupitos. They're all 4-man sending it down towards that B bomb site, but it's going to be Kawaki. They get spotted first off, but he finds that first blood somehow, some way, and knows he needs to win this gunfight. Baines is just going to keep throwing that shoulder and not care, but nibs him up top. Doesn't get the kill, but does get him weak. Has to back down for a second. Not going to be enough time on this. That's a great nade. Spot tags. Doesn't get the tags to get the HP. Neebs is going to get the opportunity, but Neebs has found Spectre finding the kill. Hit himself. Down the middle map we go. Beans finds the kill with a sniper. We just miss it. That is just ever so typical. He's on a 4-streak. He's going to get the defusal. You know what? Beans. It looks like he's going to carry this side through here in Venom Cobras. Just the way that he's... We might get to see it. We're on board with him now. Let's see. Doesn't look like he is carrying that sniper. Still alive, so he might still have the opportunity to do it. But he decides against it this time round. Straight off goes Chupitos. Beans once again finds that first blood though. Straight through the middle on towards Spectre. Now, player number 4 of El Moha looks around, but it's... Neebs decides to go back. Like player number 1, Cinque, going for a swim once again. Been seeing him doing this multiple times, but this could be the sneaky play to get up underneath the building that he needs. And guess what? He's going to get advantage, full advantage of it. Guess what? He'll kill anyway. I find Neebs as well. Cinque finds 2, finds a... Now they're going round. Oh, Cinque, this is it. Opens up the B bombs, the B side completely. But guess what? We know the spawns are going to be coming in quick and sharp here for the Venom Cobra side. Chupitos look for an opportunity. Does find Spectre overload. But guess what? Where the overload is dropped, it is very, very close. And if you're Venom Cobra, you don't want to be losing the gunfights here. And there you go. There's too many gunfights going the other way. Gets the EMP device surely just at the very end, but that's going to be too far too soon. Moha finds one. Oh, he found a second. That device. With Chupitos crossing back and forward, they seem to have wrapped mid-map so many opportunities, but never having the kills that they need to open it up. Now, that's the chance. There's the overload. There's done. Chupitos detonates it. 7 kill in a row. Gets the Hellstorm missile earned as well. An opportunity. One thing I need to do though is copy and paste full screen image of my first blood goes towards Benz. Spectre finds the answer back. Spectre looking for another, can't do. You go, they make that break once again. Kawaki on a free streak just now, currently occupying that hard point. Look at player number 2, Neebs. So Neebs doesn't win that gunfight, and that's going to be the remainder of that scrap time. Going the way of Venom Cobra. Time going the way of Venom Cobra. Now, P4. P3, sorry, we're going into, and then it's player number 5 there, Cinque. Goes and looks the wrong direction, but does find one down that middle crossing. This is going to be the position you need to try and hold off, and he finds a second. That is fantastic. Looks for a raid through the finds the third, and Elmoha makes it 4 dead, and G4 respawn there. Venom Cobra getting multiple kills across the feed, and there we go. Right, anyway, so turns out what happens, it goes to overtime. There was a harp. Went on admin to finalise what's happening, like what we're going on to next and what we're going to see, right? Well, wait, and hope for the best. That either way, right? We'll be back. That is the main thing, right? We will be back. Potentially for a wee replay. I don't know what they'll do in a replay. Is it a 1 round of search and destroy? I don't know. I don't know how it works. But that is what they're looking to do. But we'll wait and see. Otherwise, if it isn't and it just goes that way, because the map was finished and completely went all the way the distance, there is a chance it stays that way, right? That's the what I'm seeing. No clue if that is true, but potentially the case, right? That's potentially the case. We'll wait and see. But until then, we will just wait and sit around hoping for the best, right? And just hoping that we get the answer that we need. I'm hoping to find a nice, good old red. Meantime, more like a pink than a red. How does it go like red? Yeah, I don't know. Copy. This is me just going to wait to do something while we're here, right? On a free streak just now, currently occupying that hard point. Look at player number 2, Neeb. So Neeb doesn't win that gunfight, and that's going to be the remainder of that scrap time. Going the way of Venom Cobra. That time going the way of Venom Cobra. Now, P4. P3, sorry, we're going into, and then it's player number 5 there, Cinqua. Goes and looks the wrong direction, but does find one down that middle crossing. This is going to be the position you need to try and hold off, and he finds a second. That is fantastic. Looks for the raid through, finds the third, and Elmoha makes it 4 dead, and G4 Ravok will have to come back from that respawn there. Venom Cobra getting multiple kills across the feed and knowing exactly where these spawns are now. Here as Elmoha looks to cook that nade, but does get tagged up himself. Kills and rotation on the back. Cinqua, Spectra, all look switching that around at the same time and getting things right. But hey, that's the joy. Cinqua finds once again another massive 2 kills. Breaks it in, and it is going to be them in control once again. G4 Ravok looking like the stronger side currently, but the break comes in as well, and they still have that 100-point lead currently standing here for G4 Ravok. Only 1 player on the back. Spectre finds 2. Staying in control of that hard point, but that's all of them dead once again. Now they're going to be spawning mid-map, and Kawaki knows right exactly where they're going to be. Makes it 6, tries to add a 7. A little bit here as we're looking for opportunities. They've pushed up quite far here through the bar and through that B-side bomb, but going to get a great raid through the window. Kawaki finds a first, snaps onto third, but there's 3 dead instantaneously. It's all down to Beans. Can he win his one? He does. Finds Elmoha. Now looking to try and do it again. Finds a second. Beans! Might be a good read, it might be a good time, and he needs to check the angles, but look at the angles in which he goes. Joys of having our podcaster. We could see what's going on. Kawaki, he's not going to get the timing, doesn't see it. Player number 1 though, he's going to watch the bomb, he's going to get the pick, and he the reels and stuff on your is it your TikTok that you're posting it on? I think it was. Yeah, it's been interesting and funny to watch. I've been enjoying it. So on board here, we'll get to Chupitos. They're all 4-man sending it down towards that B bomb site, but it's going to be Kawaki. They get spotted first off, but he finds that first blood somehow, some way, and knows he needs to win this gunfight. Baines is just going to keep throwing that shoulder and not care, but Nibs from up top. Doesn't get the kill, but does get him weak. Has to back down for a second. Not going to be enough time on this. That's a great nade. Spot, tags. Doesn't get the tags to get the HP. Nibs is going to get the opportunity, but Nibs has found Spectre finding the kill. Hit himself. Down the middle map we go. Beans finds the kill with a sniper. We just miss it. That is just ever so typical. He's on a 4 streak. He's going to get the defusal. You know what? Beans. It looks like he's going to carry this side through here in Venom Cobras. Just the way that he's We might get to see it. We're on board with him now. Let's see. Doesn't look like he is carrying that sniper. Still alive, so he might still have the opportunity to do it, but he decides against it this time round. Straight up goes Chapitos. Beans once again finds that first blood though, straight through the middle on to War Spectra. Now player number 4 of El Moha looks around, but it's Neeps decides to go back. Like player number 1 Synquet going for a swim once again. Been seen him doing this multiple times, but this could be the sneaky play to get up underneath the building that he needs. And guess what? He's going to get advantage, full advantage of it. Guess what? He'll kill anyway. I find Neebs as well. Synquet finds 2, finds a. Now they're going round. Oh, Synquet, this is it. Opens up the B bombs, the B side completely. But guess what? We know the spawns are going to be coming in quick and sharp here for the VENM Cobras side. Peter's looking for an opportunity. Overload. But guess what? Where the overload is dropped, it is very, very close. And if you're VENM Cobra, you don't want to be losing the gunfights here. And there you go. There's too many gunfights going the other way. Gets the EMP device surely just at the very end, but that's going to be too far too soon. Moha finds one. Oh, he found the second. The race. Chapitos crossing back and forward. They seem to have wrapped mid-map so many opportunities, but never having the kills that they need to open it up. Now, that's the chance. There's the overload. There's Van. Chapitos detonates it. 7 kills in a row. Gets the Hellstorm missile earned as well. An opportunity. To come back from that respawn there. VENM Cobra getting multiple kills across the feed and knowing exactly where these spawns are now here as El Moha looks to cook that nade, but let's get tagged up himself. Kills and rotation around the back. 6 and Spectra all look switching that around at the same time and getting things right, but yeah, that's the joy. Synquet finds once again another massive 2 kills. Takes it in and it's going to be them in control once again. Ravok looking like the stronger side currently, but the break comes in as well, and they still have that 100-point lead currently standing here for Ravok. Apologise for the delay here, ladies and gentlemen. We still don't actually know what's happening yet. I don't know if we're getting any word from an admin at any point soon, but we hope for the best and we get into the action, or we get this finalised, because in my eyes it's a 3-0, it's a Ravok win, it's done. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. On your is it your TikTok that you're posting it on? I think it was. Yeah, it's been interesting and funny to watch.
seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change.
Massive 2 kills. Your TikTok that you posted it on, I think it was. Yeah, it's been interesting and funny to watch. I've been enjoying it. Just now. Playing at hard point. That's a win that gunfight. That's going to be a scrap. Go on the wall.
Looks to cook that nade, but does get tagged up himself. Close rotation on the back, switching extra, switching that around at the same time. Again, things right, but that's the job. Super finds loose again, and massive 2 kills. Stronger side currently, but the break comes in. Currently standing here for G4 Ravok. Onto the back spin, finds 2. Still control that hard front, but that's all about dead once again. They're looking to score the back. Makes it 7, 5 out of 1 thing I need to do though is copy and paste full screen image of my flag goes towards Benz. Spectre finds the answer back. Spectre looking for Kawaki finds the first, snaps onto third, but there's free dead instantaneously. It's all down to Beans. Okay. Right, so turns out something's happening, right? We're actually going to change things up. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I'm in another lobby, right? Which means something's going to happen. We're going to do something. We're going to get back into something. But we'll wait and see. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the script is. But we'll wait and see. There is a countdown. There is a hardpoint scar opening, which means map 4. We weren't expecting this. Don't know what the script is. But we'll wait and see. If it's a map 4, we'll let you know. We'll get us in the action. We'll figure things out. But it looks like map number 4 is about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like that is going to be the case. And it's going to be VENM Cobras. And G4 Ravok. So that means we get a forfeit for the other map, and we get Kawaki opening that first blood here. Inside the hardpoint though, Sinqui getting the early points here for G4 Ravok, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I keep you guys waiting, but we are back here, and we're back in the action, and we're hoping that all things go well. G4 Ravok having the greatest of stats you could possibly ask for here in terms of numbers and kills going their way. El Moha finding the 2 there to make sure that half of the points already from the kickoff goes their way. El Moha is currently on a 5 streak though, lighting up that kill feed. Tries to add another kiss. This particular caster curse go on board. He doesn't find the kills, doesn't find the opportunities, and now eventually the hardpoint is finished with. As we get the last bit of 5 seconds, they're going to try and make sure they get it. VENM Cobra managing to pick up 1 point as they head towards new. Early kill is free dead in the fade though for VENM Cobra, so they're going to be there at the motel, setting up their vacancy, setting up the opportunity to make sure that nobody else is getting space in the inn. Space left or anybody or opportunities. So has to pull out the pistol here, up close and personal, but a good hard point so far. It's got them halfway towards Ravok's scoreline there, and they're building towards almost being level here after P2. Their kills, it's like a solid P1 for G4 Ravok. A solid P2 so far for the Cobra side. But that's free dead in the feed. It's all down to Bounce, but he's making a rotation around. Timing is going to be crucial here. Good kill here for Bounce as he goes 5 in a row. 7 and 1. We're heading towards P3. 8 more seconds. It's still G4 Ravok in full control as they get the last bit of scrap time over towards the motel side. Early rotation is VENM Cobra there early, looking to set themselves up. Player number 4 though on the rotation back. Sinqui finds Bounce, and then it's El Moha finding Prince. Number 4 doesn't win that gunfight. It's all down to Chapitos, but guess what? He's finished off before the hardpoint really pops. G4 Ravok is going to get opportunities where it split spawns here. Prince in the back, but Sinqui turns, snaps, and done. The gunny is there, 5 in a row. Looking to add more to it. G4 Ravok keeping control of this lead. Nice 1, 2, there we go. Sinqui finished off eventually. El Moha trying to make his way in here, but early up it's going to be Kawaki up close and personal inside that hardpoint underneath the downed plane. Sinqui though has to help his teammate out, and Kawaki goes down. G4 getting the last bit of scrap time here, 7 seconds. How long is that going to last? Back and forward to kills go. Prince and Bounce finding kills. Bounce once again on a 2 streak. Kawaki takes off some heads there as he makes his way around. VENM Cobra set up early and once again in control of the hardpoint at the very get-go. Can they keep that momentum going? They're there early every single time, but they do eventually get broken in here as G4 Ravok make their way in, but this time that is not the case. El Moha's run the back. You can see them through that x-ray vision. Sinqui though, he just pops his head down, round the corner he goes, finds that kill, and G4 once again, it's now got 30 seconds left on time. They make their break, and now they need to find the kills in the back, which are going to be crucial to staying in control, but as soon as we jump on board, they are shut down. Moha coming from the stairwell. Can he find the kill? He does. He finds 1. They get inside the hardpoint once again. They're keeping the lead, but this time down to only 20 points. Player in the back is going to be Chapitos. Surely looking to try and reclaim this here. Has to get the kill with the pistol. Gets the 5 seconds of scrap time that pushes us up to a 13-second gap. This time though, it's G4 Ravok early in the hard point. Unfortunately, he's going to bounce off the window. Maybe actually works out for them. Spectre finds 2 in a row. Sinqua eventually finding Death in that corner there, but Kawaki, he doesn't care if his teammate finds out. He knows where he is. Now Kawaki's going to have to wrap around the mid. Cut. Finds 1. Finds 2. There we go. Kawaki finds a third. He's going to try and lay up Prince. He does. It's 5 in a row. He goes. Chupito through that downship now for another opportunity. Kawaki does try to do something wonderful. Unfortunately, it won't work out for him there, but the 6 spree eventually ends. Sinqua ends here in the top window as well, and Spectre's having to back down for a little bit, but does find 1. Back it probably goes. Spectre on a 2 streak. I'll make that a 4 streak now, but there's 2 in a row that we've seen on screen there, but not for long as Prince finishes off that kill. Kawaki though, he is coming hot. 18 and 14, but the last couple of kills have all started to stack up. Back to P1 here, and it is once again G4 Ravok with a 40-point lead. Leading off of this, but G4 Ravok had a solid P1 to kick us off, but this time VENM Cobra are in control. And they're winning the gunfights, but it's back and forward in that kill feed. It is definitely checkerboard. Nobody's taking full control of that hardpoint. Chipito's just finished off. Nabe's trying to make it through middle of the map. Spectre finds 2. Spectre once again inside ammo. Staying alive. This is not a BG's number, but if it is, he's got that one written in the books. There we go. Another 5 kill streak goes for Spectre. Kawaki is now on a 3 streak once again. Finds 2 in a row. Really quickly though. Finds a third as well. Beans is beamed. Get down, bounce. Guess what? They don't care about getting that remainder strap time. They have a 50-point lead here, and we're heading towards our hotel motel. Guess what, Kawaki? He's looking like the pit bull inside this hardpoint. Kawaki on a 5 streak, looking to add a 6. Does get tagged up quite considerably though. Nibs goes for the chows, wins that gunfight. How long can he stay alive? Kills out on the outskirts are working out for them. It's going to be because El Moha though, that does find a 1 in the back, but he's going to have a player sneaking up from behind from that respawn, but because he can pinch him from both angles, G4 Ravok getting control early. And they're going to have enough time to set themselves up. Kawaki, once again, 2 in a row, 25 and 16. Don't get in the way of his M15 when it's gunning like that. There we go, another great kill goes their way, but the hard point eventually broken here. 12 more seconds left of scrap time for VENM Cobra. They'll try and pick that up and make that early rotation. It's going to be Spectre sitting waiting here. The pilot trying to guide his team to victory here. Spectre and Sinqua in that kill feed. Make it 3 dead in the feed. And guess what? A good solid read. Not looking in the right direction. One player was. Spectre's got his back turned. That's going to be unfortunate, but El Moha manages to wrap around the plane. Finds 1. Doesn't find a second. Bounce from that top ropes. Finds it and gets the opportunity to make that break. 60-point lead though for G4 Ravok. Good position to be in. How long can they withstand the pressure? 3 dead in the feed it goes, and there we go. G4 Ravok once again in control. Still 28 seconds remaining, can take this past that 200-point mark, and looking really strong in the hard point as they have done from map number 1. Unfortunate with the forfeit for game number 3, which takes it to game 4 here. But they, even though they've sat about for a little bit, they are definitely heated and they're definitely warm. As Chapitos will get the last 8 seconds of scrap time. 7 seconds short of the 200-point mark. Kawaki knows there's a player in the hard point. No, that's a free easy pick. 3 dead in the feed once again. VENM Cobras go down, and it's going to be control for Ravok in the back. 2 players spawning, split spawns here as well, so an opportunity to close inside blue. Prince finds 1. He's on a multi-kill, but guess what? As much as that time is broken quickly, it's a checkerboard kill feed. An opportunity from Kawaki, jumps up top, but partially shut down. That is great for VENM Cobras. They will get more and more time as all the players from G4 Ravok start to get spawned out mid-map. And they're finding the kills. That's 4 dead. A massive 4 dead as well. Chapitos on a 5 spree. Well, that's Prince, sorry, on a 5 spree. Joys of Codcaster being absolutely glitched once again. But we are in control, and this is what Venom Cobra need. Solid hardpoint comeback potentially. Prince makes it 6 in a row, building towards the streaks now. He'll hope to try and get inside that zone, or at least find a kill in the back. Kawaki's tag. Kawaki, he wins the gunfight. That is crucial for G4 Ravok here, in control of that new hardpoint. They're going to get past that 200 point mark. 50 points to win it. Still can win it here as well on P3. Is that going to be the chance? Almoha has to find the players in the back, but Kawaki and else where it helps out. Prince in the window is picked out there, and guess what? G4 Ravok can close this out here. Sinkwa, he's not cost any players crossing. He does find Nebzo traded back and forward. Inside the hard point it goes. El Moha finds one, turns a corner, bounces there. He's not there for long though, as it's traded back and forward. Close spawns coming for Venom Cobra though, but it's still a chance for Ravok. They can't win it here now. 20 seconds is remaining on that time. Still need just shy of 30 seconds. But Prince, look at that. Another kill. 4 dead in the feed. Bounce for 3 in a row. When I get to the south to get to 190. Last bit of scrap time going our way. We head back to P1 here for our set of rotations about to commence. P1 in control of G4 Ravok as it started in the first set of hard rotations where they had a solid hold. But Beans, he's trying to make sure that Venom Cobra have this comeback. They're in control of the hard point. They're in control of the opportunity. Almoha is shut down. That's 6 in a row. He's got the Hellstorm. Bounce trying to win this for his side. 33-25 he goes. 3 dead in the feed in favour of Venom Cobra as well. So more time in P1. Set up, ready. G4 Ravok are only 11 seconds away. But guess what? That has got to be the Hellstorm coming in from Baines. Let's look what he can find here. More time on that contest. Opportunity goes towards P2. 13 more seconds of scrap time. Split spawns we go. Motel is where this fight might end here. Ladies and gentlemen, a very interesting end point for sure. Spectre finds the first blood to open it up. Having the opportunities. The kill's going back and forward in the kill feed, but over towards blue spawn is Venom Cobra. Straight in. Spectre finds one. Traded back and forward we go. That's 3 dead. That's 4 dead. Venom Cobra shut down the spawn. Are they going to get there in time? 5 more seconds needed. They need to force their way in. Bounce is shut down. Prince is shut down. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 more second. It's done. It is done. It is done, ladies and gentlemen. Ravok will take the win. Maps and modes. $250, a very close one. 250 to 215 in the end. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it done. Eventually, we are done. G4 Ravok taking the map in this series in a 3-1 fashion due to what was technically a forfeit here on the overload. But nonetheless, Venom Esports did get themselves back into that hard point. It was late. Both hard points have been pretty late in the comeback opportunity. But you know what? It is fantastic to see such a great opportunity for Venom Esports to try and get themselves back into it. Unfortunately, too little, too late. The Venom Esports side. Ravok will eventually show their strength in the hard point and come out on top. Finally, we get ourselves done. We get it done. We get it through the window. We had a little bit of a wait. We apologise for that. Sorry, guys, in the chat that all disappeared during that wait because of the admin decisions. But yeah, overall, a 4-map thriller. 3-1 in the end. Going the way of Ravok. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you once again for all the brand new followers. You know what? I've not had as many followers in one day in a long time. So appreciate you, Noah, Kawaki, Neebs, Kawaki. Oh, there's 2 Kawakis. We're getting double follows. No, Neebs, sorry, Matty, PJ, Liren, Cheese Cod, the Hood MVP, and then also a big massive shout out to Joe Bull for the rate of 16 as well from his game and his cast. I hope you've enjoyed the show, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back doing more of this more often or not on the channel as well, because we do need to get more practice with these new maps and in these casting, whether it's amateur level, whether it's pro levels. Keep an eye out for us on our socials as well. Mark G Cast on X. Oh, we call it X, yeah. We call it X. Twitter to me forever because I'm an old boy. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Once again, we'll see you. Peace.